Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Luke. Luke is from England in the UK. So let's see what Luke has to say. Enjoy the interview. I can see you now.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can. Hello,
There we
Luke.
go. What's up?
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How's yourself?
Very good. Yeah, it's been raining today a bit through the day, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's been raining here as well. Same.
So tell me where you're from, Luke.
Where am I from? Well, originally from London.
Mm-hmm.
Now I live near Liverpool, but I did live most of my life in Italy.
So how come London, Liverpool, Italy? Walk me a little bit through your journey.
Okay. Basically moved to Italy when I was 2. It was a holiday basically, but my dad ended up finding work there, working at the airport because he's an aircraft engineer, and yeah, we just ended up staying there. Everyone stayed there for a long while, and then eventually parents moved back, sister moved back, and I was the last one left. So last December, I just got up and came back to the UK.
Oh wow! So you've been living most of your life there in Italy.
Pretty much, yeah. So I also speak fluent Italian. Is that helpful?
Wow, amazing! And where's about in Italy?
Just near Venice. It was called Sandona di Piave. It's about 30 minutes from Venice.
I see. Great, my goodness, what a journey! And since when you were living in Italy, did you come to England like very often as a child growing up?
I did actually, mostly around the London area because my grandparents were there. So we spent a lot of time during the summer holidays and things like that in the UK. And I always wanted to move back. I knew I'd move back eventually, just didn't know when.
Your mom is Italian or English?
We're all English. My whole entire family is English.
Oh, I see. Okay. And what do you do for work, Luke?
Well, I've recently started working for Oakley, which is like a sunglass company. But they also do like ski wear. They do BMX stuff, helmets, things like that. And yeah, I just started working there, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good company to work for. Yeah.
I see. And now you are living close to Liverpool.
Yeah, it's near Liverpool. Yeah, it's called Ellesmere Port, so it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from Liverpool in reality.
I see. Actually, I think 2 days ago I had an interview with a lovely man. He lives in Wales now, but he's from Liverpool as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look, before we start our journey, William the Magic Box, I would you like to tell me something interesting about yourself?
Something interesting about myself. Well, I've already told you that that I lived most of my life in Italy. Okay, I am a TikToker, so I do TikTok videos and TikTok lives pretty much daily. Before that, I was a Twitch streamer, and before that, I was a YouTuber.
Wow.
Mostly on the gaming side.
I see. Amazing. Okay, so during the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your career and also about your joys in life, okay?
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Ready to go on a beautiful journey for your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Oh, yes, let's do it. Let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. He's my best friend, okay? From the fun questions, I'm just going to play a song now for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Sounds good. Absolutely.
I'm not... Okay, look, before we start the game, if comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay, absolutely.
Right. Good question. What has been the happiest point of your life?
Happiest point of my life? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably when, I'd have to say it's probably when I finally moved back to the UK and I was again reunited with family and everything. It was actually this past Christmas. It was the first Christmas in about 8 or 9 years that I'd actually spent with both my mother and my father together. And that was really wholesome. It was really nice to actually all be back together. So definitely the fact I'm back in the UK.
Tell me something. When you were living in Italy, tell me. I'm sure you spoke English at home, but like
Yeah.
you went to school, everything in Italian.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I picked up the language going to school, Italian, and then obviously at home I was speaking English. So I didn't really notice the difficulties in learning both languages. I just kind of did it.
I see. But which language do you feel more, let's say, more comfortable talking, or more, let's say, it comes more naturally?
Definitely English. I'm definitely more flourished when it comes to English. I do speak like fluent Italian, like really, really good, but there's still a couple things, like a couple verbs that will go a bit astray when I'm trying to speak. So definitely English.
Amazing. Okay. Next question.
Yeah.
Next question for you is, what have you learned during the coronavirus lockdown? Something that, when the world went upside down, what's something positive that comes up for you?
Probably that I don't need to stress about the little things. It's one of those things like if there's nothing you can really do about it, then there's no reason to stress about it. To just do more of what I want to do rather than feel like I'm forced to do something because of this unknown rule. For instance, I was going to bed at like 10 in the morning and waking up at 6 in the evening, but I didn't care because it was one of those things like there's no real reason for me to get up earlier or go to bed earlier, things like that. So definitely to just stress a little bit less.
Were you in London at the time, or already in your city you're living right now?
I was in Italy.
You were in
actually.
Italy.
Yeah, I was still in Italy. And I wasn't working either. So fortunately I had my dad helping me out with like rent and things like that. But yeah, it was tough, but we got there. We managed.
Do you have siblings as well?
I do. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Big family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of them, they are back in the UK now as well.
I've got 1 sister here in the UK. She lives like 10 minutes down the road. My other brother and my other sister, though, they all live in Italy because they've got family there now. You know, they've got their own jobs, their own things going on. So
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Before the next question, tell me what's the big inspiration for you to create your TikTok videos, your lives when you go live? What's the biggest inspiration behind?
Okay. To be honest, traveling. I feel like the fact that you can do something like that and you can do it from home eventually leads to, in a way, like freedom, if that makes sense. Where it's, you can basically do what you want if it goes well for you. Like you can, if you want to take a week off and go somewhere, you can. If you want to buy yourself something nice, you can. It's one of those things. Just to have some freedom, basically, for myself. Yeah.
I see. All right. Next question is, if someone came up to you to offer an offering to tell your future, would you accept it or not, and why?
Probably not, because then I'd have too many expectations for myself. I'd be like, oh, I'll just get lazy with it. It'd be one of those things. It's like, it doesn't matter because that person's already told me that's how it's going to go anyway. So I feel like I'd definitely be lazier after that. But no, I wouldn't like to know.
Tell me something, Luke. What's the meaning of life for you?
Meaning of life, it's going to sound a bit corny, but obviously to achieve like happiness, to be happy in life, be tranquil more than happy, because people have different opinions on what happiness actually is. It's just to do what you love, and at the end of the day, just look back and say, yeah, I enjoyed that. That was good. I had fun. That was worth it. So having fun, enjoying yourself, just being tranquil.
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
Yes, it is. It is, definitely. It's something you can achieve, definitely, I reckon. Like you can achieve happiness. But like I said, there's different opinions on it. So someone could say, yeah, you can be happy, but only for a limited amount of time, which I guess is partially true. But there's nothing that forbids like future happiness. For instance, okay, you're happy for those 5 minutes, but then it's going to happen again at some point. You already know it's going to happen. So
All right.
Yeah.
Next one. Hey, Luke from England. Next question is, what is your luck number?
Where's my what?
Luck number.
My lucky number. It's got to be 7. It's always been 7. I don't know why. It's been my favorite and my lucky number for my entire life. It's just one of those numbers that just feels perfect to me.
Do you have like any like something that you could share, connect with the number, something that happened on the 7th, or you know, those things about, for example, my lucky number is 3, always been 3. Even before when I was a teenager, before moving to Europe, I went to those people, astrologers, and he told me about the lucky number was my number 3, and I was like, oh my god, for some reason I already knew it, because for some reason, like, I could tell you so many different occasions in my life that it happened on the 3rd or the 13th, or, you know, there's always
there's always a 3.
Yeah, always something behind. It's so interesting. For you, do you have any occasion in your life that was something connected with 7?
Definitely. Well, there was a bingo game where I won quite a large sum of money on the number 7, which was quite ironic at the time. But no, I just feel like it's one of those peaceful numbers because it reminds me of the color green. Like, I don't know if you've ever done that. You connect a number to a color or a day to a color, things like that. And 7 has always been green for me, which is my favorite color as well. So I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's a good number right there. That's a nice number.
Amazing. All right. Next question. Next question for you is, what's the best gift have you ever received and why you consider that?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. That's a big question. The best gift I've ever received was, last year, I love traveling, like I've mentioned a few minutes ago. My mum decided she was going to treat us all to a big holiday last year, and we all went to Egypt. And that has been the best gift I've received so far, the best holiday I've been to so far as well. It's just been, it was a lot of fun. It was just a week, but it felt like so much longer than that. It felt like we was there for like 2 from how much fun and everything we did. We went scuba diving, we saw the pyramids, we went in the desert with like the cross bikes, things like that. Yeah, it was definitely any place, any gift that involves traveling is it's just good. It's too good.
Which person in your family you are more close to?
Definitely my mother. I've always been that close to my mother. Like, even when she moved back to the UK, I was always on the phone to her, like most days, just talking to her, getting updates and how she's doing, things like that. But my sister is also there, like a close second, because again, even with her, I was always on the phone with, but not as much as my mother. My mother used to phone me as well, so it was.
What's the biggest similarity between you and your mom, and the biggest difference?
The biggest similarity is, I think it's more visible. Like, I look a lot like my mother, and we both have that carefree attitude, I guess. We're just like, whatever happens, happens. However, hope she doesn't see this. She's a bit careless with money. She's very careless with money, which is something I've been more attentive with. And yeah, sorry, Mom.
I'm sure she might say, I know that. I'm conscious about that. So it's okay. I'm sure she's gonna say that.
Fingers crossed.
Ready for another one?
Yeah, go for it.
Do it. Right. So you mentioned as well about your YouTube channel. Yeah, you're working on it before. So tell me a little bit about it. How was the idea?
Okay, so initially, it was supposed to, my name on there was supposed to be Six Sky. But apparently Google or someone was developing an app or something with the same name, and I didn't want like any copyright issues, things like that. So I ended up changing it to Sick Veins. No particular reason, I just didn't know what else to call it. So I just chose that. And it started off with like just silly skits, like this was like 2013, 14. So it was just like a minute long of me just messing around, just doing stupid things. eventually I realized that I could record gaming videos, and I started doing that. And that really helped me as well to get out there, you know, to not be as shy. Because if my first, they're not online anymore, but if you saw my first videos, I was very very quiet. I was very just like, hi guys, welcome to my video. Meanwhile, now I'm just like, yo, what's up? Welcome in. You know, it's one of those things. And yeah, definitely. It was obviously just watching all my favorite YouTubers back in the day. I was like, yeah, I want to do that too. And that was definitely the start of it. So I did that, and then I switched to Twitch when I realized that I preferred live streaming and talking to people in real life, like sorry, in real time. And yeah, eventually from Twitch, I moved to TikTok, and here we are now.
So nowadays, you the only platform that you are working daily or more often is TikTok.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And do you have like a plan? Are you live every day, or do you have some days that you go live? How does it work for you, your routine on TikTok?
What I do is I go live every other day, and then when I know that I've got like some extra time the next day, I'll do back-to-back streams. I've not really got a pattern for like my uploads or anything like that, but I do evening streams because for some reason they're stronger, they're better, like 10 o'clock from like 10 to like 1 a.m, things like that. I would do it more. I would do afternoon ones as well, but because I work as well 40 hours a week, it's it slows me down a little bit.
I see. All right. Tell us about your first kiss and your first love.
Oh, oh, that's a throwback. First kiss, first love. Ooh, I don't really remember my first kiss much, not gonna lie. I think it was just one of those, because I was like 12 maybe at the time, so it was just one of those quick done kind of things. It's just like boom, there it is, done, that's it. But obviously adrenaline was running high because I was 12.
Of course.
So yeah, I don't have much a recollection of that. However, my first love was yeah, again when I was like 13, 14, I think. And it was a relationship that lasted 1 year, and then we broke up for a year, and then we got back together for another 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
So it was a bit of a roller coaster, but that was it. And yeah, in the end, we just realized once we grew up a little bit, we weren't compatible. So it was just, you know, it was what do you call it? Like a teen love, puppy love. What's it called? Or something like that.
Yes, all of us, we had those, you know, moments in life when you meet someone and you go like, oh my God, that's the love of my life.
Yeah.
And it can happen. I mean, sometimes it can happen, but most of the time it's just like a moment that we are just discovering love. You know, this feeling like, you know, you just feel nervous about. Yeah, it's a good feeling, but you know what I mean? It's just the beginning. It's a lot gonna happen in the future, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people, they actually saying that. I have a very good friend of mine. She met her husband now. They were around 12 years old. They were growing up together, and now I remember start going out, and now they are married, three kids, and happy. And yeah, it doesn't. I actually don't know any other person like, but I think she's the only one who know that, you know, it's been. I think there are no rules, you know what I mean? But, you know, but most of the time we have these moments of love, and suddenly when you start getting older, realize that it's just a moment.
Yeah. Oh, she's very lucky. Like, it's rare, but it does happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next question, Luke. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me something. How for you was growing up, you know, in a foreign country? Like, you know, you knew that, or you understood at the time that, let's say it was in your country, and having two languages, you know, tell me from you, how was the experience for you? Was something normal, or did you see some, you know, compare with other people in Italy, of course, growing up with other, you know, colleagues, it was, you felt like different?
It was hard to really notice the difference because that's just how I grew up. Like, it's always been like that for me, knowing two languages. But it wasn't till I reached about 10 or 11 that I started seeing like the struggle of my friends, like not being able to speak English as well as me and things like that. but I definitely think that growing up in Italy was better for me. I don't know how to explain it, but I think I grew up better over there. I've seen some of the kids in general that grow up in the UK and stuff, and it's I don't know. I think there's a lot more respect and just good vibes with children in Italy. But then as an adult, everyone's just the complete opposite. Like Italians are a bit more snobby, and British people are just more laid back, more chilled. So it just kind of flips all of a sudden. But no, I think it was a good thing that I grew up there. I would have preferred to grow up there than grow up in the UK, definitely. And obviously, knowing a second language is always helpful. It's always a good thing to have. Yeah,
absolutely. Right. Next question for you is: what's the best compliment have you ever received?
Best compliment I've ever received. Well, it's got to be one of those. I don't remember the exact compliment now, but basically, someone told me that. Obviously, that how do I explain it? That my vibes, my energy, and my aura was just like very mellow, laid back, very wholesome, friendly. Again, I don't remember the exact compliment, but the person has always stuck in my head. Like it's been there since I've heard that compliment. And yeah, it was something like that. But it was just the way they said it was just like, wow, that's really blown me back a bit. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. Because you just don't think of it. You're just doing your thing. You're just acting on how you'd always act. And suddenly someone's like, I really like you for that. And I'm like, I'm just being myself.
Oh, saying that, what's the best of being yourself, in your opinion?
Like me personally?
Yeah, what's the best part of being yourself? When you do this, you kind of find yourself thinking about your personality, the way you approach life, your point of views. What do you believe that's you go like, you know what, I like being this way?
Showing respect to everyone, even when they haven't shown it to me, because if you think of it, it's they haven't really given me a reason not to respect them, so definitely respecting people and just treating them like people and not numbers, or not just like another face on the street, something like that. I always smile at people because sometimes a smile can make someone's day. It's just the wholesome things. Anything I can do to help someone else, even just something as silly as smiling, I'm all for it. Absolutely.
And the flip side, is there anything that you go like, you know what, that's something that I need to work every single day, something that you could change about yourself?
I lose track of things a little bit in my head. You may have noticed it even on like talking to me now. I'm trying to say something and my mind is just like in 1,000 places except for where it's supposed to be. And I'll end up getting very distracted by something small. It's like an ADHD thing. And then I'll start babbling, or I'll lose track of what I was saying, things like that. But I'm working on it. I'm getting better.
I have 3 questions left for you. Let's do it.
That's it. Let's do it.
Next question is, if you could be an animal, which one that would be and why?
Shark. Because I genuinely love sharks. Like I even have a tattoo on my arm.
Can I see?
Try. Hang on. There you go. That's the shark, right?
Oh yes, it's like a face. I can see that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's my favorite animal. I can't say it always has been, because it used to be monkey, and before that it used to be elephant. But now it's a shark, because I'm very curious about the oceans and things like that. It terrifies me because I am thalassophobic. But I genuinely am curious of what's out there, or what it's like to actually live as something in the water, So definitely shark, 100%.
Have you ever seen a shark in real life?
No, I was hoping to see it in Egypt because there were sightings while I was there, but unfortunately not. I mean, I've seen them at like the aquarium or something like that, but it's not really the same thing, is it? So one day.
For sure. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next one, tell me, by the way, would you prefer, after living in Italy for most of your life, pasta or pizza?
Pizza. Pizza, especially speck and brie, carbonara pizza, and pizza with kebab on it.
I will tell you something now. Last month, I went for a dinner with some friends. We went to eat some pizza. And for the first time, I tried carbonara pizza. Oh my God. I never heard before that. And it was the first time when I saw the menu. And I said, oh my God, it's carbonara. It's pizza. I said, yes, carbonara pizza. Oh my God. I love carbonara. It's my favorite pasta. And when I tried the pizza, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Do you like cooking?
Oof, no. I'm not good. I worked a year and a half as a fry cook, and I hated it. It was awful. I've learned a few things. Like I can make an awesome burger. I can make the sauce for it as well and things like that. But I really don't like cooking. No, absolutely not.
And when you think about, now you're living in the UK, but when you think about Italy, what's the Italian culture that for you always gonna carry with you? Something about the country or about their culture?
The Italian culture, definitely the food. But also I don't really know. I wouldn't say the style, because I've always had like kind of a weird style. Like it's transitioned through the years. Mm-hmm. I'm not too sure when it comes to that. Aside from the language itself, I don't really know. Like, that's a good question. Just well, I'm gonna carry the friendships that I have there forever. I know it's not really maybe the answer you was looking for, but it's what springs to mind. It's just the friendships that I have there. I still talk to my friends there as well. Going back to see them as well in May, so it's gonna be really nice. But yeah, just the friendships and the people. There you go, the people that I've met along the way.
All right. Next question is: describe yourself in 3 words.
Oh, 3 words. 3 words. All right, let's go with I like to think entertaining. Okay. What's the word I'm looking for? When you like empathy, is that the word I'm looking for? When you like connect with other people and you understand other people, things like that. Empathic, there you go. And what else? There's got to be a last word in there. I got to think of it. It's genuine. Let's go with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready for the last one?
Yeah, go for it.
Last question. Let's do it. Before the next question, I'm going to ask a question in 2 parts, yeah? Mm-hmm. The first part of the question is, people watch the interview right now. Maybe they want to start, work on TikTok, doing some videos or some lives. What would be your best piece of advice for those people to start it? And the second part of the question is, people, when they're going to watch your content, when they're going to go watch your live, tell me something that they're going to find there, something unique or something special about your your direct line when you are online or just making your videos.
Okay, well, for the first half, I'd definitely say go for it. Just don't wait till tomorrow. Like if you're thinking about it, just do it. Even if it's an idea that you think is rinse and repeat, that someone's already done, you've seen it too many times, just do it, because that's what will inspire you to do other things after that as well. Genuinely, it helps in so many ways, especially like talking to people and just getting out there and being able to communicate. It helps you flourish your vocabulary more as well, I've noticed over the years. But no, definitely do it. Don't even think about it, just do it. Just go for it. As for what was the second part of the question?
What people are going to expect when they're going to connect with you through your videos or through your lives? That's something unique about, your platform, and people go there to see you.
Okay. Well, on TikTok, I do Reddit videos. Well, I say Reddit videos. I react to like some Reddit things, the best parts. And I also make videos on places with rude or funny names that eventually I elaborate on and joke about. But I also go live. And when I go live, I try to, at least right now, while I can, I try to reply to every comment, try to speak to every person, try to make them all feel welcome, not just, hey, person one, hey, person two, hey, person three, how's it going? You know, it's more like reading the name out as well and actually treating them like people rather than sheep or numbers and things like that. So yeah.
People, they ask a question as well for you, like during the live, they ask questions regarding you, regarding your life?
They do. They do. Sometimes they ask like why I speak Italian, things like that. So I have to explain that. Sometimes you explain it multiple times per stream, especially when they ask like, hey, where are you from? How old are you? Things like that. It's things that you just repeat sometimes hundreds of times during a stream, but it's like, you know what you're signing up for. They're curious. Obviously, they weren't here 5 minutes ago when I said it, so it's understandable. Like it's fine.
Did you ever had a question that made you blush or made you uncomfortable, or made you like, oh my God, I cannot go into this question?
Not really uncomfortable, but there are questions that stump me sometimes. Like if I know the questions beforehand, I can think of an answer and I'll be like, is that a good answer for it? Maybe I can change that one around, you know, things like that. But when they're like there in the heat of the moment, someone says, bang, you know, question, and I'm like, I don't know. I get stumped and I'm like, oh, what's the answer to this? What do I say? Or I just blank or something like that. But no, not there's nothing that really makes me uncomfortable or I don't want to answer. Like, you don't really know someone's limits until you ask the question. So ask the question, and then the worst I can do is say, yeah, I'm not going to answer that. But that's never happened so far.
Okay. Last question for you is, what makes you the saddest?
What makes me the saddest? I am a huge fan of just animals in general. So whenever I see something to do with animals that's just very sad, whenever I hear about certain situations, I'm not going to elaborate on them now because they can get a bit too dark. It really does upset me. I mean, not just animals, to be fair, like even bullying and people going through stuff and things like that. Like when I see certain videos of maybe someone getting bullied or beaten up, and it's just, I don't like it. I really don't like aggressiveness. There's really no need for it. So violence, that's what makes me sad. That's what I really don't like, which is ironic because I'm a huge fan of like boxing and like UFC and things like that. But I know that's consented violence for sport, but like outdoor violence to people who just don't deserve it and animals that don't deserve it and things like that. Yeah.
In the end of the day, people, they cannot defend themselves somehow, like animals. They cannot defend themselves, you know what I mean? So that's what hurts the most, I understand. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay, right, let's do it.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Right, let's do it.
One word for money.
Oh, travel.
Family.
Love.
One word for life.
Life. Adventure.
Sex.
Oh. Nothing really came to mind there. It just like, it started, like you said, sex, and I just thought sex again. It was one of those things. I'm stumped on that one.
Okay.
I don't know. For that one, I have no idea.
One word for love.
Family.
Religion.
Atheism.
Politics.
Useless.
Fear.
The ocean. Or ocean.
Friendship.
Genuine.
Desire.
Ooh. Travel again.
Okay. Regret.
None.
Success.
Happiness.
Wish.
Wish. It's gonna be happiness again.
Okay. And one word for happiness.
What's that?
One word for happiness.
Achieve. Achieving a goal, you know.
Okay. One word for Italy.
Food.
And the last one now, England. One word.
Future.
Ooh.
Mm.
Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend, what is the most beautiful thing about Luke, and what's something that you need to work on, to improve on? What your best friend would say.
The best thing about me is, what would he say? What would they say? That I'm never in a bad mood, probably. But then they've never seen me play certain video games. And that I've never really given them a reason to not trust me or like lie to their face and things like that. There's always been a genuine relationship between me and my friends. I hope at least that's what they'd say. Then you never know. But
And the negative part, the negative, something that you need to improve?
Something that I can improve, maybe replying to messages. Actually replying to people, because I do have this really bad trait where I don't really use my phone much. So I'll hear the message come through and I'm like, yeah, I'll reply to that in a bit, and then I'll just leave it there and I forget, instead of actually checking maybe someone needs me, something like that. Yeah, definitely like telling me that I'm absent when it comes to like responding to messages and calls and things like that.
I see. All right, let's play now Luke and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask me the question, tell me what is your favorite Italian word?
Favorite Italian word? Oh, wow, that's a good question. I want to say pizza, but it sounds like a lame reply. It's going to be pizza, because that's the first thing that springs to mind, and it just oozes happiness when it comes to like the thought of, oh, yes, I'm going to have pizza tonight.
Right, you can ask me a question now.
Okay, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what would you like to achieve in 5 years? And also, what countries would you like to visit in those 5 years?
Great question. Right, so in next 5 years, I would like to be doing this show as a full-time job. I'd like to be, working already in some other projects that I have connect with the Magic Box. So I'd like to be doing different things, all connects with the show I'm doing right now. And in next 5 years, right, there's so many places that I'd like to visit, but I hope that in the next 5 years, I'll be able to visit any country in Asia. Yeah, maybe Thailand, or maybe, any country in Asia. I've never been to Asia before. And I think, so many friends that I know have been there a few times, and I never had the opportunity. It never kind of happened. I never kind of organized. For you to go to a long trip, there's a long organization. So I never organized. And but yeah, somewhere in Asia, I would like to be to visit in the next 5 years for sure. That's something that I'd like to do.
Nice. Do you love the Asian culture then as well?
Again?
Do you like the Asian culture there as well?
I do actually. The food as well. Food, the culture. like it's funny because you when you see those pictures, those paradise, like in Thailand, my God, so many places that I would like. India as well. I'd like to go to India, to visit the Taj Mahal. I'd like to visit those places. I would love to. I think it's a good place to be. You know what I mean? There are so many people there. They are the culture there is totally different that we are used to. So yeah, I'd like to be able to in the next 5 years explore a little bit of Asia. I think would be cool. Yeah.
No, I wish you all the best.
I will there. I'll get there. I'll get there at one point. Luke, did you enjoy the interview?
I did. It was a lot of fun. It's the first time I've actually done something like this. So yeah.
Amazing.
Exciting.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for taking the time. Thanks for being so open and bring your great energy to the show. I think your friends, they are all good. You know what I mean? You have this good mood. You can see that you're always, you know, you have this positive way of approaching life. And I think that's it's amazing. It's great because, you know, having this mindset, I think we don't see much of negativity. We see more positive, and I think that's the good way we should be. But
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
Okay, definitely. It doesn't matter how old you are or how much you think you've accomplished in life or how much you haven't accomplished in life. There's always time. You can start today and you can still smash it. You know, it's one of those things. It's never too late to follow your dreams, to achieve goals. So remember that. Live by that.
Just do it. Just go for it.
Exactly.
Do it.
Don't hesitate. Just do it.
Thanks so much. Good luck with your TikTok videos, and we keep in touch. Okay, it was a pleasure. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my friend.
Take care. Look. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.